So it's Oscar night. It's Oscar night. Tyler, Oscar update.
John Ridley wins Best Adapted Screenplay for 12 Years a Slave.
All right, Best Screenplay, but 12 Years a Slave.
Best Adapted Screenplay. Spike Jonze won Best Screenplay.
Sweet! Fucking, that's great.
Spike Jonze
for her.
I haven't seen but half of the nominated like major features. I really liked her. I thought that was...
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know the great thing? The fucking Oscars, they let you down every year. It's just a pageant of goddamn garbage bullshit. But the category of Best Original Screenplay, like, it's never... I have never had a problem with it. It always is actually the Best Original Screenplay. Because that's the one that was nominated.
Because that's the award that you're only going to win, probably.
I'm going to adapt. I'm going to adapt your life.
But I haven't written my life.
It's going to be called 12 Years of Fuckface. I don't know when we became such an old school comedy team.
12 years of fuckface. All right, we were having drinks at the drawing room earlier.
Yes, we were. That's part of the thing, is that it's Oscar day, and we were drinking since 11
but I took a big nap, so I'm fine now. But
so did I. But I was awakened from my slumber by Jared Leto.
Like in the house?
Well, basically, like I passed out on my bed. Aaron was having a couple people over for Oscars, so it's playing in the other room. Jared Leto wins for best whatever an adaptation of a person. Okay,
best adaptation of an actor.
So his speech, it's just very tempered, sapphire eyes, his beautifully sculpted eyebrows, his wonderful flowing long river runs through it hair.
Were you awake during this, or was this?
No, this is what I see in my dreams. But I was stirred because I was laying. I'm just hearing Oscar tripe. I don't care. And then he goes like, "Thank you so much. This award is important, and it's heavy in my hand, and it's great. It's a wonderful award
for its heaviness."
And then he changes gears. He shifts on his pelvis, and he goes, in 1971, there was a thing that happened, and my ears perk up in my sleep because I'm like, okay, here comes the AIDS, here comes the Argentina, I don't know what, something worthwhile, I'm sure. 1971, this thing, blah, blah, blah. He keeps talking and I slowly realize 1971, he's talking about himself, the creation of himself, his own birth. I'm not kidding. In 1971, a woman was admitted to the hospital. She had pains in her stomach.
Oh, no!
The contractions were getting more and more severe, and she slowly, her vagina thrust a naked young man into the world. He didn't know what befell him.
Are you fucking
He didn't know what was along his path. But tonight is the end of that path, and I hold the gold, and I'm No, I'm making all of that up.
Okay,
but I'm not. I'm just saying, for real, he shifted gears. It's like in 1971, and he didn't then go on to talk about the Spanish Civil War or something. Yeah. He didn't go on to talk about...
Which was 30 years before that.
I knew you'd call me on that. He's talking about his own birth. So I was like... I bolted up because I was like... And at some point he was like... And then it's good to win this Oscar and it's great. And my brother's out there and 30 Seconds to Mars and it's great. He plugged his band!
No.
He plugged his band.
There's only one thing I like about this story. Is that he's older than me.
That's the other thing. I bolted up. I was like, he's 43? Fuck it. The world's my oyster. This guy's handsome. And Aaron kept putting her hand on my arm, like, drink more water. Like she's like, you could exactly.
Yeah,
you could still do it. Do some crunches.
Holy fuck.
But it was as far as Oscar speeches. You got Jared Leto was the opener. They've done a healthy restructuring where they throw you a bone. They give you the actors at the top of the show now.
They start off with the biggies.
And then toward the end of the show, right before I got in my car, what's her name from 12 Years a Slave, the girl who played Patsy. I don't know her, the actress.
Tyler, what's her name?
Hard name.
Yeah, she won for Best Supporting Actress.
Crazy name. It's got an apostrophe in it.
Fernette Branca won for Best Supporting Actress.
It was an intensely beautiful, perfect 4-point landing speech.
Can you hear your impression of her speech?
Oh, she said something like honestly way more articulately than I could have ever put it. She said, something to the effect of we win these awards for portraying people who went through a lot of fucking pain. She said it really beautifully, and just it was a really, really good speech. It didn't go egregiously actory. Let's think about what's going on in the Sudan or anything like that. But it was absolutely about. Like if it was good. It was a nice sandwich of like those are good acceptance speeches. Whatever you think about like these movies, whatever you think about this pageantry, and who knows, I'm on your side if you think it's all a bunch of horse shit. However, we all have this fantasy of because we really do, and that's what propels this thing, like this telecast, this idea. This idea that we're one day going to actually be called up onto a stage and being given an award and get to do this thing called an acceptance speech, and that we're going to either nail it or not nail it.
Have you fantasized? I mean, you gave an Emmy acceptance speech. Have you fantasized about it?
Yeah, and I kind of harmoned it. For those of you who don't know, I won an Emmy for writing the Oscars.
Yeah.
For writing
the Oscars. He wrote the whole Oscars.
Yeah. Yeah, never make the mistake of asking me if I've ever been to the Oscars, because I'll get to say, oh, yeah, I've been to the Oscars so much I won an Emmy for it.
And my favorite thing about that is you saying, Dan went and he won an Oscar, or won an Emmy for writing the opening to the Oscars for Hugh Jackman, and he accepted the award, and he said, my acceptance speech for the Emmy for writing the Oscars is nominated for a Tony.
Yeah, man. Because it's a live performance, people liked it a lot. If the governor's ball is any indication, I had a lot of famous people coming up to me going, "You're fucking awesome." I was like, thanks, famous guy. I still got it, or I now have it. I don't know.